top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to San Diego, Snapdragon Stadium, home to the San Diego State Aztecs. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Boilermakers will kick it off to get us underway. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here's the handoff. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Peppers. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
And the Aztecs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Aztecs have this offense rolling. It'll be a draw. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Aztecs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Aztecs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He might want another play. They've been running it, but now the pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got him. Finds a crease at the 20. Breaks into the open. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Aztecs are threatening on 1st and goal. Snap it to the back. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll run it to the right. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Boilermakers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Might as well stick with him. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Oh, he's got some space. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Boilermakers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. We've reached a break. It's San Diego State holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Peppers. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll go to the air on third and short. Caught over the middle. It's Peppers. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Complete in the middle. Turning it on. Touchdown Aztecs. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He is a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Throws to the tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Trying to move the sticks on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. He's past the 30. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Boilermakers are on the move. Might as well give it to him again. Past the first down marker and still running. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Boilermakers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Boilermakers come to the line in the hurry-up. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Duke is currently working from behind. But how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by 13 to Middle Tennessee. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
To the ground. He's got it again. Got the first down and more. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
How electrifying is this guy when the ball is in his hands? I'll tell you, he's making a name for himself all across college football. Ripped off over 100 yards in his last game out. He's basically at that now. This defense does not have an answer.
Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Makes the catch. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, oh man, how about that play by the linebacker? I'm thinking, I got to get the run, I got to get the run. Oh, I see the quick pass. Now I got to break on it and go catch this really, really fast guy over here.
Big guy tries to barrel in. Touchdown, San Diego State. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
What a throw on first down on the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
To the air on first down. Scrambling away. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. On target over the middle. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet.
Throws toward the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make, and I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first. Into the house. Touchdown, Purdue!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. So an 82-yard drive there. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for room. It's Peppers. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Aztecs will line up to kick off and start the second half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
This quarterback, part of their running game. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Oh, he's got some space. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Gets it out quickly.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. They'll go with a direct snap. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He fires a bullet to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. And the Aztecs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Direct snap. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Part of the backfield. It's Peppers. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Got his man on the right. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Down was completed. Tackle at the 3-yard line. Brings up 4th and goal.
Fourth and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. From the gun. They got him. The pressure got home, and the defense makes sure this drive comes up empty.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive. You want to get touchdowns. You don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this. Well, now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Working that left side. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Leaves it with the back. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense back. It's a turnover.
as a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught on the outside, it's Smith.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Got his man quickly. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. Turning it on. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Using his legs, it's Peppers. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Right back to the well. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got a little space. Fighting off the defender. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. The Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Myers. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick. Get it to your playmakers in space. Get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
He stopped right there, short of the 1st down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead.
And man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Catch in the middle, it's Peppers.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Aztecs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running into the open space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick completion to the right. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Aztecs! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Colorado is getting stomped. You could bring back any of the greats they've had there, Cordell Stewart or Rashaan Salaam. None of them would make a difference today. They're trailing by 35 to Nebraska. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. It's complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Offense in an empty set. Looking downfield on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Completes it in the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And running east-west at this point is not going to help you win this game. You're down by a possession, a 2-minute situation. You got to catch it and get north, get the first down to stop the clock, or you got to catch it and make sure that you're somewhere close to out of bounds if you're going to try to go laterally. That wasn't it right there.
Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on fourth down. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play, but the defense came up big in a big moment.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first downs. You have to be able to run it.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got it enough for the first, and he's still going. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive today.
The Aztecs will try to run off the clock in the final minute. They'll run it out of the shotgun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
And the Aztecs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Snap it to the back. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
Coming up, 4th down.
How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher